so sorry to interrupt your conversations, and you'll be able to continue them shortly. So I am Amy Randall. I'm the Associate Director for the Center for Arts and Humanities, as well as a Professor of History and Chair of the History Department. And Michelle Burnham, the Director, Britt Kane, the Center Manager, and I all welcome you here today to the Student Fellows Showcase. This is an amazing event, and this year is even more amazing in some ways than other years because, as you can see, it's a complete kind of sensory experience to come in here today, right? In terms of audio, visual, just, amazing projects. So before we begin today, I wanted to acknowledge that Santa Clara University occupies the unceded ancestral lands of the Ohlone and Muwekma Ohlone peoples. We remember their connection to this region and give thanks for the opportunity to live, work, learn, and pray on their traditional homeland. Let us take a moment of silence to pay respect to their elders, and to all Ohlone people, past and present. As we do so, also recognize that land acknowledgements do not exist in a past tense, as colonialism is a current and ongoing process. I also want to give a huge shout out to the Dean's Office and Santa Clara University as a whole for supporting the Center for Arts and Humanities. So what's going to happen today? You're going to hear from our amazing student fellows. They'll provide some introductory remarks about their own projects and then talk with you at their individual tables and displays. And as I've already said, it's going to be a multi-sensory, interactive experience walking around the tables and talking to our student fellows today. So what you need to do is pick up a visiting scholar card at the back of the room if you haven't already, and you'll get a stamp when you visit each student's display. Then you get to turn in your card to win prizes. So we will have raffle prize drawings at 4 o'clock, 4:15, 4:30, and 4:45. I wanted to remind you that this is the first in a series of many events that our student fellows are engaged in this spring, showcasing their work. So at the back, we have a flyer with the kind of the arts crawl, as we're calling it, where students will be performing their work, showing their work, and various exhibits, performances, display spaces. And we will start off, we've already had one event in April, but now we're continuing with Charlie DiNapoli's exhibit in Dowd Hall, which is opening this Wednesday with a reception on Friday. So, Michelle Burnham, who has been the director for the Center for Arts and Humanities and professor of English, has been the director for 4 years. She's stepping down next year to go on a much-deserved sabbatical, and she will be working on her creative nonfiction book, 70s Child, a Cultural Memoir. And if you're interested, she's at the back of the room, and she has some really great things to say about that project, and maybe you can even help her think about it. But she'll be writing this project as she travels to various places across Europe and the United States. I will personally miss working with Michelle, as she has been an amazing visionary and collaborator in all things CAH related. Under her leadership, the Center for Arts and Humanities has expanded the scope of its work, creating new opportunities for interdisciplinary dialogue among faculty, students, staff, alumni, community members, and others. So thank you very much, Michelle. You will be missed. I wanted to acknowledge you at this program today. Also thrilled to be working with the new incoming associate director for the center, Danielle Morgan, who is a professor in the English department. And thrilled to continue working with Britt Kane, the department manager, and Fernando Rojas, the student intern. So I want to move on and let you hear from the students themselves. So we will start with the students making some comments, and then you'll have the opportunity again to mill around and visit the different display tables, talk to the students, and then just enjoy yourselves. There's some food outside, and we'll begin the raffle prizes in a little bit. So thank you everyone for joining us today. We really appreciate you taking the time to come out. Thank you so much. Natalia, do you want to start?
this past year, I've been working with my wonderful mentor, Dr. Lunar, in the English department, and we've been working on digital finding tools for this tenacious box set of zines. So this is our fun slide. And then about the zines, so zines are small self-published pieces with the principal goal of publication as not-for-profit and not influenced by a publisher's agenda. These zines provide individuals with a medium to tell their stories, share their ideas, and engage in creative expression. The SU Archives and Special Collections hold the Tenacious Zine box set, Art and Writings by Women in Prison, edited by prison abolitionist Victoria Law. They contain writings and contributions from women who were either incarcerated or formerly incarcerated. And these zines specifically are what I've been working on. My project has been focused on cataloging these zines by themes and author. This is an ongoing project to catalog and index the Tenacious Zine box set in order to make the information public. Each work in the zine is categorized by genre, author, and 3 main subjects and themes. This research guide will continue to be developed by succeeding participants in the program. And you can scan here to learn more. This is our look guide that we've created with the library. Thank you.
I'm Charlie DiNapoli. I'm a ceramic artist who has had the pleasure of working with my advisor, Pancho Jimenez, on my current body of works entitled Shrines, which I have been working on for my senior thesis project. This is a photo of all 9 shrines together hung on the wall. The inspiration for this project came while writing a research paper in a Renaissance art history class from a piece by the ceramic artist Luca della Robbia. And the importance of the niches, as many of you guys probably are familiar with in a Jesuit Catholic environment, is they're used to show religious figures in churches and throughout kind of art history. So I wanted to take this shape and put myself into it and explore my relationship with religion and how it's evolved or changed over the years. I started this project last spring with the first 4, which are the bottom middle, the top middle, and the left and right top pieces. And from there, they kind of expanded onto explore not only my relationship with religion, but my personal small idiosyncrasies that make me me. And then from the shrines, which was what I applied to continue in this program, I needed something else within my show, which I've brought here, this standing piece up in the front. This is one of 3 in a series that explores my relationship with technology and is inspired with a display that I've found from art history, different pedestals and shapes, which kind of contrast our modern life with the art that has gone to inspire me to this day in my work. Thank you all so much for coming. I can't wait to talk to you.
Miriam.
Nice to meet you all. My name is Miriam Chen. I'm a second year here at Santa Clara. So my topic is a familiar yet esoteric mind. Since I am a psychology major and art minor, I like to intertwine a lot of my different elements together. My particular project explores how there are certain things in adolescence that influence identity and mental health. And the way how I related all of this was relating it to an inner organ. So we have the brain, liver, kidney, and heart. But unfortunately today I just have 4 pieces displayed. Each of them are also accompanied by a portion of a study that I exhibited during winter quarter. And then all of them are also accompanied by a supplementary writing piece. And then I have a final exhibition down at that on the 27th, and you'll be able to see everything more in detail. That's all. Thank you for coming.
Next up is Simon.
recently that I got interested in the field of linguistics. It all started, I was reading this book called Food of the Gods by Terence McKenna. And in that book, he has a quote where he says that reality is not simply reflected in language, but it's produced by language. And while that idea is kind of romantic, I came to find as I did some reading of Chomsky and other scholars that it's a bit of a stretch. However, there's certainly some truth in that. So, as a student of music and art, I wanted to create an installation that sort of explored these themes creatively. And so on Saturday at 5 p.m., we'll have an installation at the Fest Theater in the Mayer Theater, where I'll be doing a sculptural and sonic installation. And so I encourage you to come. Thank you.
Okay, Natasha.
Hi everyone. Thank you again for coming out today. I am a music and political science major, and with the help of my faculty advisor, Dr. Hannah Ware, I've been working on my project, Choral Music and Justice, since fall quarter. So my project was to take text from the ruling in the case Held versus Montana, 2023. This case was an environmental justice case where it was ruled that under the Montana State Constitution, the youth plaintiffs, pictured over there, they had a right to a clean and healthful environment, and that right was a fundamental right under the Montana State Constitution. Therefore, the state of Montana had to consider the impact that greenhouse gas emissions would have in future from their current infrastructure projects before they would approve those projects. I took text from that ruling and set it to choral music. On the right there, you can see an excerpt from the piece in an exploration of how music can help people understand kind of more abstract legal ideas and concepts, can help them feel more connected to it, and inspire them to get involved in environmental justice causes. Thank you so much.
Hello, everybody. My name is Madysen Moreno. I'm a senior here at Santa Clara, and I'm a double major in philosophy and music. And my project, with the help of my mentor, Dr. McCullough, who is phenomenal, by the way, is Heard Her, a concert series. So my project is essentially two pieces. One is a bowed piano piece, which is an extended piano technique-based composition. And the second is a trio for violin, cello, and flute. A couple of quarters ago, I took a class on feminist philosophy, and it really inspired me to dig deep into the idea of what it is to be woman in society today. So I wanted to explore the phenomenology of being a woman through sound. That class was an extraordinarily difficult one to take, not only because of its academic rigor, but also because of the harsh realities that it really exposed all of us, all the students in that class to. And I figured that I would amend that tough reality with a more sonically beautiful reality, although it's dark and brooding as reflected in the pieces. So yeah, I'm thrilled to debut these two pieces at a concert on June 6th through the music department, so I encourage you all to come if you can. And it is an absolute honor to display and share work with all of you guys, so thank you so much for coming out, and thank you to the Center of Arts and Humanities also for putting on this showcase. I really appreciate it, so thank you all.
Apparently we're missing a slide, but that's okay. The final slide was just a list of student fellows for next year and their title of their projects. But today's focus is this year's fellows, so thank you very much for taking the time to listen to our students, and now please talk to them and mingle and eat some food, and we'll start the raffle drawings in a few minutes. And again, thank you everyone for coming out today. We really appreciate it.